What I'm going to tell you with all my heart and all my soul and all my passion, reality's not real. Everybody thinks what's going on here is real. You go, well, wait a second, I got bills, I have an employee problem at work, that's real. The tsunami that swept through my life, the economy, that's real. It's not real. It's unreal. What makes reality real is software. So if you think about this little 3-pound, 2.5 pounds, is all it is. Bag, little sack, tiny sack of fat and water and micro amperage of electricity. What do you imagine the marvel of that? It's a 3-pound sack of fat cells and water and electricity. And the thing that happened to you when you were 12, it's just little tiny electrical blips today. And it could have been something awesome happened to you when you were 12, something bad happened to you when you were 12. Something that you're worried is going to happen to you today. It's a function of a hard drive. And the hard drive, just like a computer, has storage, it has RAM, it has processors, it has a physicality to it. But in any computer, beyond the scope and limitations of the hard drive, what's the most important part of the computer?
The user.
No. Because they're going to use the computer.
Program.
The software. The programs. What programs are you running? Are you running the latest, coolest, state-of-the-art program? Well, that's awesome, but, you need training. And God forbid that you have a really cool, awesome new software program. And I don't know how many of you, I apologize in advance to any hardcore Mac users because I'm all PC-based. So if you just have to translate my metaphor into Mac language, that's fine. But when I went from XP, which I've used for years, awesome, just a workhorse, like a workhorse software package, to Vista, I waited 2 years. Vista was like the worst software. Not only was it bad, it was beyond bad because not only when you went to use it, and Microsoft knew it was going to be bad too, because I didn't know this, and I studied this for when was I going to make the cut, and they kept threatening people, we're going to stop supporting XP. And then when you convert your data, and we're going to talk about data conversion because we actually do this today. That's all part of our science and tools we're using. When you converted to Vista, it actually put markers in the data field that did not allow you to back out of it and go back to XP. You had to use Vista. So that's why they were frantic to get Windows 7 out. But when Windows 7 came out, it fixed all the stuff in Vista. And I thought Windows 7, I'm on Windows 7 today. I like Windows 7 a lot. But in the beginning, when I went to use Windows 7, and you'll hear this as a tool, when you go to print something, there's this giant ass button here that says print. You'd think you'd press print and it'd print, wouldn't you? No. I don't know if you guys had technical support, but I do most of my own tech support. So when I tried to print in Windows 7, the first time I did it, it took me 2 freaking hours. So if we're going to say reality is not real and it's a function of software, and if we're going to tell you run the latest and greatest, and that sounds really cool and sexy and awesome, and you're going to process faster, you're going to have access to newer tools, and when you think of the applications it runs on an operating system, Facebook, QuickBook for your finances, Facebook for your social, marital software, parent software. When you start running the applications, if you're running an old operating system and you're using the latest and greatest application, what do you get? Do you get the full-blown application? Or do you get what your operating system can do in terms of potentiality and limitations? And so when people get a new job, they get in a new relationship, they have something awesome happen to themselves, if they haven't upgraded their operating system on what fear is, what failure is, what joy is, what success looks like, the operating system is going to drive what feature functionalities you can use in the application.